Let me share my screen. Okay, all right. So yesterday we saw about the use, I can say, the voter ID correlation. Now let's see on the next application, and we can see on the regular expression extractor correlation. Okay.
We got the session or not?
Yeah.
The previous classes, today please share to me and class.
Yeah. I will do that. Okay, all right. Let's do the JPEG store. Okay. Control C. Now, so what is the next step? So right click on the test plan, add thread group. Now right click on thread group, add logical controller, transaction controller. Correct. Now rename the transaction controller. So TS02 shift pet store. Launch URL. Okay. Control C. Now just copy this transaction controller, Control C. Now click on thread group, Control V. Okay, for timing let's use, then once we navigated we can rename this transaction controllers. Now so right click, so add, so non-testing element HTTP test script recorder. Yes. Now so under HTTP test script recorder, add listener view results tree. Okay. Now so HTTP under HTTP test script recorder, so use the target controller as transaction controller and request filtering. So add suggested excludes. Okay. Now let's go back to browser, I can say. Now so click on three dot symbols, click on option. Now click on network. Click on settings. Okay. 9095. Okay, now come here in the port, give 9095. Okay, now let's paste here the URL. I can see, so copy this URL. Now come here, now paste this. Okay, the proxy server is refusing connections. Okay, now let's go here. Now start the JMeter server. Click OK. Now come here. Now enter. Okay, now click on advanced, come down, accept risk and continue. Okay, so go to the next. Now change the transaction name. What is the transaction? Second transaction. So click on enter the store. So go to the HTTP script recorder, test plan creation, select the second transaction. Now go here, now click on enter the store. Now next transaction, sign in, connect, start. Now go to test script recorder, select the third transaction. Now come here, click on sign in. Next, for the transaction, login. Go to HTTP test script recorder, select the fourth transaction. Now come here, J2 double and J2 double. Now click on login. Don't save. Yes. Now fifth transaction. Click on fish. Come here, select the fish. Go to the application. Now I'm selecting the fish. Now select the product. Next one. Select product. Okay, next click on fish. Next, select product. Now go here. Now select any one product. Next, add to cart. Add to cart. Now go to SCP script recorder. Drop down. Add to cart. Now go to the application. Click on add to cart. Next, update cart. Eighth one is update cart. Update cart. Change the quantity. Click on update. Next, proceed to checkout. Proceed to checkout. Update cart we are not selected. Okay, no problems. Proceed to checkout. Next. Let me copy this. Control C. So right click on thread group, add logical controller, transaction controller. Continue. Next, add one more. It is the 11th one. Submit, I guess. We'll see. Submit. Next one, log out. Okay, now go to JMeter script recorder. Select the 10th transaction. Click on continue. So go here. Click on continue. Click on confirm. Okay. So click on confirm. Confirm. So select the next transaction, confirm. From here, I'm sorry, click on confirm. So order has been successfully submitted. Next, click on sign out. Okay. Click on log out. Yes. Now stop recording. Now come here. Now expand each and every step and see. So success. So remove this. These are the unwanted URLs. Sorry. Delete. Now if you see this URL petstore.octoperf.com, this is our URL. Now remove this success. Delete, those are not ours. Now expand this here also. Now remove. Okay. Next, click on sign in. Yeah. Next, here success remove. Okay. So now if you see here, J2W, username and password. Next, click on fish. So remove this. Next, product. Okay. Next, add to cart. So now here, update cart, I have to keep this into here. Okay. Why? Because I missed that part to include that. Next, remove this success. Next, click on continue. Next, click on confirm. Now delete this too. Next, log out. Okay. Now if you see view results tree, you can able to see the request. So and you can see the response. Okay. So some of the Mozilla, all this it was recorded. Forgot about that, and you can able to see our URLs. I can say here, if you see here, this is our URL where you can see the response. Correct? Okay. Now click on save. Now right click on thread group. Okay. Just click on save. So TS02 JPEG store. Click on save. Okay. Now, so right click on thread group, add listeners, view results. Okay. All right. Now, so you can, if you want, you can run the script one time. And see whether it is success or failure. Let it run. So confirm got failed. So if you see the response, nothing is displaying. correct? Confirm. Okay, confirm it displaying something wrong. HTTP 500 status code, internal server, error is the response. Okay, now let's see the page, each and every page. Okay, now click on the browser. Now let's see the page wise. Now it's showing internal server error. Now let's see the first URL. Okay, we got the correct page. Next, sign in. Okay, that is enter the store, correct. Next, click on sign in button, correct. Next, see sign out or my account, it's logged in. Okay, next, click on fish. So if you see here, click on fish, it's showing only sign in, correct. Which means login is not happened. అంతేనా, లాగిన్ అయింది ఇక్కడ, బట్ ఇక్కడైతే లాగిన్ అని చూపిస్తుంది. సైన్ అవుట్ అంటే ఇట్స్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్లీ లాగ్డ్ ఇన్ అనే కదా అర్థం. బట్ వెన్ ఐ క్లిక్ ఆన్ ఫిష్ రిక్వెస్ట్ ఇట్స్ షోయింగ్ ఎస్ సైన్ ఇన్ ఓన్లీ, విచ్ మీన్స్ సో ఇట్స్ నాట్ ప్రాపర్లీ సైన్ ఇన్. Now let's go back to our request and see what are the new values are there apart from input values. So launch URL, no, nothing. Click on enter store, so nothing. Now click on sign in, so nothing here. Now click on login. So where we see that username and password, apart from that we can able to see source page and FP value, correct everyone? Okay, now source page, so copy this value. Now go to HTTP test script recorder view results tree and search. Click on search. Now let's see where it highlighted. Action 33. Okay, next scroll up and see is there any other URL is highlighted or not. No, that is the login. Okay, now let's see here. No, it's not. No, okay, no, it's not. Reset. Now let me remove this and click on search. Let's see. Now if you see here, now search this. Now remove percentage. I will tell you why. Now where it is identified, J session ID, there only, right? Everyone. Now why I have removed last two values means, now if you see this here, so if you go to the end here, if you see percentage 3D is there, percentage 3D is there. So percentage 3D is nothing but equal to you'll treat it as treating as percentage 3D. So that is the reason. So I removed those 3D. Why? Because so if you go here, I'm sorry, if you go here, so here equal to it's showing, it's not percentage 3D. So that is the reason I just removed percentage 3D and set. So where it located, the dynamic value boundaries in the action J session ID request, correct? Now copy these boundaries. Control C, come here, Control V, correct? So this is the left boundary, correct? And this is the right boundary. Okay, now let's go up. Now, so session ID, so right click, add post processor. Now I am going to add regular expression extractor. Yesterday we saw on the boundary extractor correlation, right? Now today we'll see on the regular expression extractor. Now so C underscore, what is the value? Source page only, right? Source page and regular expression. Now what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to remove this dynamic value. Now here we have to define the expression. So the expression is open bracket dot plus question mark closed bracket. This is the expression. Open bracket dot plus question mark closed bracket, that is the expression. Okay, I will tell you, I will tell you what open closed bracket represents, what dot represent, what plus and question mark represents. I will tell you. So okay, now here template, what template represents means how many regular expressions we have defined in the regular expression. So we have defined only one expression, right? Open bracket dot plus question mark closed bracket, that is only one expression we have defined, right? Yes. So now template is $1. What about if I define two expressions, then you have to give $2. So assume that this one hidden also dynamic value, then so I have to give open bracket dot plus question mark closed bracket. Then in the template we have to define $2. Now match number same as usual, 1. I can say the first occurrence. Now copy this. Now not found. Okay, now copy this and rename this regular expression extractor. Okay, Now go to here. Now replace this dynamic value with a dollar open closed parenthesis of parameter name. Correct? Everyone? Yes. Next. What is the next value? Now FP value. Copy this. Control C. Now go to here. Now reset. Now remove this data. Now paste this one. Now click on search and see where it highlights. And which occurrence it's highlighting? So J session ID is the first occurrence, then action 33 is the next occurrence, right? Now let's select the first occurrence. Now remove this data. Now paste this one, click on find. So the value is identified. Now come down. Now select these boundaries. Copy. Now come to Notepad and paste here. Okay. Alright. Now, so come here. Now right click, add post processor, regular expression, extractor. Now paste this, then remove this dynamic value. Now open bracket, dot flash, question mark, closed bracket. So if any spaces are there, yes, see. Yes. Now C underscore FP value. Next $1. So first occurrence. Copy this value not found. Okay. C underscore FP value not found. Now copy this parameter name. Now remove this and paste here. Now go to the request. Now here, so dollar open close parenthesis of parameter name. Right. Next we correlated these two values. Next see that next fish having no. Next product no. Next add to cart. Okay. Next update cart. So update cart also have a source page and FP value. Correct. Now let's copy this value. Control A, Control C. Now go to here, view results tree. I'm sorry, not here. HTTP test script record view results tree. Now reset. Now remove this data. Delete and paste here. Now click on search. Now let's see. It's not highlighted here. Let's come down and see if is there any request highlighted or not. Now 52 request and 53 highlighted. So 52 is the first occurrence, right? Now click on 52. Now remove this data and paste here. Now click on find. Is the value is there? Correct? So now I am copying this same correlation function. Why? Because same only, but the occurrence will be different. Now where it is located, and 52 request, right? Now go to 52 and paste this one. Now expand, you can see here. Now I'm giving source page 1, source page 1. Now copy this. Now go to the 53 request and paste here with dollar open closed parenthesis of parameter name. Okay, next FP value, Control A, Control C. Now go to view results tree, reset, Control A, delete, Control V. Now click on search. Now 52 also it's showing. Now remove this data and paste here. Click on find. Yes, it's identified FP value. So same. Now I'm copying this correlation function and pasting here. I'm just renaming the variable name. Okay, now copy this. Now paste here. So dollar open close parenthesis of parameter name. Now here source page 1 not found, correct? Here FP value 1 not found. Alright, now we successfully correlated here. Next proceed to checkout. Let's expand. Now click on continue. Yes, click on continue. Again we can able to see source page as well as FP value, correct? We are seeing, right? Yes. Now let's copy this value, Control A, Control C. Now go here. Now reset and remove this data, delete, paste here. Now click on search. So where it highlighted 54, correct? 54 only, right? Now click on 54. Now remove this data. Now paste here. Now click on find. Now again same value only. So same value means the left boundary is same. So input type called hidden, name equal to source page, value equal to. So I'm just copying this, Control C. Now where it appeared on 54. Now 54 I pasted. Now it's successfully pasted. Now I'm going to give source page 2. Here source page 2. Now copy this, Control C. Now come here. Now Control A. So dollar open close parenthesis of parameter name. Next same FP value also. Now I'm pasting here. Now I'm giving the 2 parameter name. Now copy this value, Control C. Now click on continue. Now select this value. So dollar open close parenthesis of parameter name. Okay. Now here source paste. Alright. Now come down and see. So this is done. Confirm fine. Let's expand. Okay, nothing is there. Alright. Now we successfully correlated all the values. Now let's clear this data. Then and replay the script and see whether it will give success or failure on the confirm. Still it showing confirm fail. Okay, now let's see what is the reason. Now whether it's sign in successfully or not sign in. Next, click on fish. It's not. Correct? Okay. Now what we can do is right click thread group. Now add the config element HTTP cookie manager and cache manager. So this is important in JMeter. You have to add HTTP cookie manager and cache manager to clear the cookies and cache. Now click on save. Let me minimize. Now again go here. Now just clear. Now let's replay once again and see whether still it works or it fails. Now come down and see confirm. Is it succeeded? Confirm. Now let's see whether it really worked or not. We'll see this. Okay, then click on login. Okay, no problems. Now click on fish. So in fish you can able to see now sign out on my account. Next one, select product, add to cart. Now all the pages are displaying. So update cart, successfully updated. Now proceed to checkout. Yes. Next, click on continue. Next, click on confirm. Thank you. Your order has been submitted. Order submitted, right? Everyone? So like this, you can do the correlation of dynamic values using regular expression extractor. Okay, now let's see what open closed bracket represents and dot represents and plus represents and question mark represents. That is important. In an interview they might ask, you are keeping the expression open dot plus question mark closed bracket. Now what that represents? Okay, now you can just go to here, you can type, so come on. So regular expression, extractor in JMeter, and you can use our first one. I can say the website Apache JMeter Apache org. Don't use BlazeMeter, and you can see the example. Okay, now come down, you can see the example, what it represents. So copy this and paste here and see that. So open and close brackets source. This encloses the portion of matching string to be written. Dot represents match any character. Plus represents one or more times. Question mark represents stop when the first match succeeds. Stop when first match succeeds. So based on that expression, it identifies the dynamic value and identifies the dynamic value and capture the dynamic value into the variable. Okay guys, you got at least the context. So how we can do the correlation of dynamic values in JMeter using post-processors called boundary extractor as well as regular expression extractor. Okay, any confusion guys? Confusion on the? Okay, so please practice. First start recording the application using the JMeter. So set the proxy in the browser, localhost and port number. Then you can add the thread group followed by transaction controllers. And the test plan, you can add a non-testing elements called HTTP test script recorder. Then in HTTP test script recorder, in the global port, define whatever port number you have defined in the browser, use the same port number. And in target controller, select the transaction controller and click on start record and go to the browser, open the application URL. Then it captures those requests in the JMeter. Then select the next transaction controller, then perform the next step. Record chestara. So try that and record the application and do the customization and let me know. Customization means do the correlation. One second. Okay, so do the correlation and let me know if you face any challenges. You can take any other application also. We have a number of applications, right? You can take other application and try to record and do the correlation. So with that, I can say the correlation concept are completed, and the next one is parameterization. Okay, so what do you mean by parameterization? So we have to pass multiple user input values instead of same value, which means whatever input data we have given, we can parameterize those input data. And then now in JMeter, how we can do parameterization means to do the parameterization, so we have to use config element only. We have to use config element only. So the config element, so again, so right click on the thread group, so go to the config element and config element, where you can see the option called CSV dataset config file. CSV dataset config file. Okay, so to do the parameterization in JMeter, we have to use CSV dataset config file, which is available under config element. CSV dataset config file is available under config element. Now click on this. Now where you can see the various options: file name, file encoding, variable names, ignore first line, delimiter, allow code data, recycle on end of file, stop thread on end of file, sharing mode, all threads. Now here, so first we have to create the First we have to create the file. In the LR, we created the dat file, right, for parameterization. Dat file lo manam input data ni pettama. So here also, so it supports CSV file or Excel file or text file or dat file. ఏ ఫార్మాట్ అయినా సపోర్ట్ చేస్తుంది. నా ఫైల్ నేమ్ ఇఫ్ యు సీ బ్రౌజ్ అంటే మనం ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి, ఫైల్ని క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఇక్కడ మనం రైట్ క్లిక్ ఇచ్చి క్రియేట్ న్యూ పారామీటర్ నేమ్ అలా ఉండదు. సో మనం ఫస్ట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు క్రియేట్ ద పారామీటర్స్ అండ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు పాస్ దట్ పారామీటర్స్ ఇన్ ద స్క్రిప్ట్. పారామీటర్స్ ని మనం క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవాలి. సో టు డూ ద ఐ కెన్ సే ఫర్ క్రియేటింగ్ ద పారామీటర్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు యూజ్ any one of the file, either a text file or CSV file or Excel file or dat file. ఏ ఫైల్ అని యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. Okay guys, everyone? So yeah, so these concepts we can discuss in tomorrow class. So we can create the file and we can do the parameterization. But from your side, please practice on the correlation. First try to record the application and let me know if you face any challenges, so that I can help you on that if you are facing any issues. Okay guys? So any confusion guys? Everyone? So okay, let me share the yesterday recorded session with you guys. Okay.